Jeff Davis with the Davis Group with another edition of Agent Training. Today we're going to be in Agent Training number 8, Tools of the Trade. Now, regardless of your profession, there are going to be tools of the trade. If you're truly an expert at what you do, you got some tools. If you're a surgeon, you have the whole desk of medical equipment that you use to perform surgery. If you're a mechanic, you have all the tools that help you to work on a car. If you're a plumber, you have all the tools that help you to do plumbing. If you're an electrician, you have all the tools that help you to work with electricity. If you're a chef, you have all the tools necessary to prepare a great meal. Every profession has tools, and real estate is no different. You must have these tools in your tool belt, or in your tool chest rather, and you must have them available. Now, there are going to be some variations, of course, but I just want to give you an overview so that you can understand the things necessary to do the job that you have to do. First, you have to start each day feeling great about yourself and the possibilities that are before you. You have to go into the day with a very positive attitude because in sales, you are going to have a lot of discouragement. If you're prospecting for listing appointments, you're going to get a lot of no's. You're prospecting for buyers, you're going to get a lot of no's. Let's face it, you're going to get more no's than yeses. So you have to prepare yourself for that. And the best way to do that is mentally, to get your mind in the right place. So you want to start your day making sure that you're okay mentally. You don't want to go into the day with a lot of things on your mind that are going to keep you down and keep you distracted because you need to focus 100% on the job before you. And this means take a little time, reflect, meditate, pray, whatever it takes to get you in the right mindset. Make sure you start your day with a good breakfast. I know not everybody believes in having a good breakfast, but it's nice to not start off your day hungry and just be ready for the day, mentally and physically, to have a great day. You got to dress for success. Now, here in California, business casual is typically the way we go, which means you don't necessarily have to have on a tie if you're a gentleman, or you have to be in some formal dress as a woman, but you want to look like a professional. So make sure that you look at yourself before you leave home. Look in the mirror. Make sure everything is the way it should be. If your hair needs to be cut, get it cut. If you need a shave, shave. Make sure that you are presentable because you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. If people don't like what they see initially, they're not going to do business with you. But if they like what they see, they will. For the ladies, do not look sexually provocative. Do not look like you're out there looking for somebody. Because if you deal with a husband and a wife, women pick that up. And there will be some problems trying to move forward. You also don't want men to think you're flirting with them, and vice versa. Sometimes you're going to deal with clients, and yes, they are gorgeous people. It's going to be hard to not look at them because they look good. But you have to stay professional. You have to keep your eye on the prize. You're not trying to get a date. You're trying to get a contract signed. And so this has to stay in the business arena. You need to have your day planned. You need to have a planner. And in that planner, you need to outline a few things. Number one, what are your things to do today? You should prepare this either the night before or the morning before you leave home. But you need to have a list to show you what to do. And it doesn't have to be an exhaustive list. I would say anywhere between 4 to 6 items in the list is fine. But you have to have a list. You do not go out here and work willy-nilly. You don't go out here and, whatever happens, happens. No. If, for example, you say today I'm going to prospect, then you prospect. If you say today I'm going to go on a listing appointment, then you make sure you have the items you need for the listing appointment. If you're going to go meet with some buyers and talk about getting them to sign a buyer's agreement, then you have the things you need to be able to do that. So this should all be written in your planner, and you want to make sure that you use a calendar. Now, the calendar could be in your planner, it could be on your phone. You want to keep track of appointments, and you want to be on time for your appointments. If you tell somebody you're going to call them at 1 o'clock, call them at 1 o'clock. If you're going to meet at 2 o'clock, meet them at 2. Don't be late for your appointments. It's better to be a little bit early than to be late at all. Make sure your car is ready for the next appointment. Keep it clean. Just keep it clean. I remember many a times going on appointments and people would come out of the house after we met just to see what kind of car I was driving. Now, I used to think that, oh my goodness, they may not want to do business with me because I'm not driving an expensive car. But what I discovered is that no, they just want to make sure your car is clean. So, whatever you're driving, just make sure it's clean. If you do have to work with some buyers and they got to get in your car, make sure they can get in. Your car represents you. You're riding around, you're parking, you're talking to strangers. Make sure your car, just like you, are presentable. Of course, you got to have a good phone, which is that's a non-starter here. Our phones allow us to get online. They allow us to access the many different apps that we use. They allow you to be able to look up things like your buyers look them up. Um, Depending upon your car and your phone, you can use it for the GPS to be able to find how to get to appointments. So make sure you have a phone that has a great plan and a phone that you can use because you will be using this phone. Make sure the voicemail on the phone that you're going to be using for business is a professional voicemail. Don't say, hey, y'all, you know what to do. Leave your message. No. Hi, this is Jeff Davis with the Davis Group. Sorry I couldn't take your call. At the tone, please leave your name and number. Good time to call you back, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. So you want to make sure you have the professional message associated with the phone. You're going to need a laptop. You got to be mobile. A lot of things can also be done with an iPad, but if you're not going to use an iPad per se, then make sure you have a laptop that has a great battery life. Many laptops do not allow you to access the internet unless you're using Wi-Fi. Now, if that's the case, that's fine, but that's why you have your phone. Your phone has to be able to access internet without Wi-Fi. Always keep some for sale signs in your car. If perchance you meet with someone and they want to list their property, take a sign out and put it up right then and there. You don't have to do anything, but do the things that you need to be doing. You want to have flyers that you can leave anytime, any place, whether you can get potential leads. So put together some flyers. Put yourself in a position where you're able to have flyers so that if you need to leave them somewhere, you can. You want to have a great supply of contracts, listed agreements, buyer's agreements. Again, you can leave some of these in your car, but nothing's worse than trying to put a deal together and then realizing you don't have a contract. So you check your supplies. You make sure you have these things that you need. You keep a supply of business cards. You should always have business cards. Keep some in the car. Keep some on your person. You never know who and when you need to give one out. You also want to have something to write with. Now, yes, your phone is a great tool, but it's nice to have a pad and paper just in case you need to write something. So have that, again, in your car. And as we said, not only should you look in the mirror, smile a lot. Let people see that you're happy about what you're doing. Let them see that you are the professional and you are ready to make a difference in their lives.